They'll run on first down. Abraham. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace. Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Go, go.
Now Lawrence on first down. They're connecting here with DJ Shark. And he's brought down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Here's Lawrence. He finds his man complete. That's Ramsey. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now Lawrence. He finds his man complete. It's Ramsey. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. They find some open field here. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there. And they just got him.
Touchdown! Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs have tied it, and they can take the lead with the extra point. Now the extra point. It's up and good, so they go the conservative route instead, and it gets them a 7-6 lead here in the opening quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
On second down now, Abraham.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. Room here to run. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne, his 9th touchdown of the season. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
And now the Jags are going to go for 2 here. They'll try and throw for it. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it, because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius, as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Now a throw here to his running back, and they're able to get this one across the 35.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And now here's a carry heading left. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Noah Gray, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
You're hit.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
That's caught left side by the tight end, Gray.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. They'll go with a keeper, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down. Operating from the gun, Novak toward the pylon, caught, and in for the Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Lawrence. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily. I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp?
This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14.
Jaguars 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Hey, wahoo!
Now Lawrence to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Bravo!
Mike 6! Mike 6! Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Now!
Mike 6, Mike 6! Hey, defense! Hey, defense!
Now!
Lawrence will throw. Going back to Lander. This time he's got him complete. Touchdown, Jaguars! A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff as they run left side. And they string that play out nicely. He stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, 2nd down.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach, and let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier this week.
Yeah, we certainly did, didn't we? Because, let's face it, he's heard the whispers, and they're growing louder that he shouldn't be around next year. He essentially stormed out.
All right, rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted.
Picked off at the 40. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Coup now for the point after. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Lawrence's throw taken in by Chark. Touchdown, Jaguars! DJ Chark with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
And plenty to praise on the play, but this is also a bit of a breakdown defensively because you've got to be right on him when he makes the catch. Otherwise, he has the ability to really make you pay, and he does right there, picking up excellent real estate after the catch.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they really won't have much time to work with. Just 19 seconds showing on the clock. Throwing on first down. Novak. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Novak. And going deep for Hill. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 33. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando. That's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And Hill will opt for the touchback.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
Now a throw here, hauled in. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd and 2, Novak. Throw left side complete. That's Gray. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 57 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. On 1st and 10, Novak. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Noah Gray with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. No problem there on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Lawrence. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And that's now a half dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. Cassidy, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here.
And the way that you present it, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way, it's way too many. And that's something they'll have to work on, hoping to get through the rest of this game without having to address it again. And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. With his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And thanks to the interception, the Chiefs offense cashes in with 6. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right. We got 4. We got 4.
On play action, Lawrence. He'll buy some time right. He finds his man, complete. It's Ramsey. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
You go tight. You got tight. You got X3. 218, chop it.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind.
Hey, check Mike, Mike 6, Mike 6. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Go.
Mike 6. Mike 6. Drop deep, drop deep.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. Looking left side. That's caught by Landry. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield. Take their
and the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this, and now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence escaping the pressure right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the fourth. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Going for it, here's Etienne. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as he'll wind up going backwards. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 77 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now a handoff looking right. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Flushed out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. K'Lavon Chaisson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, Novak. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
Flush to his right. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable third down. They go play action with Lawrence. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. It's Ramsey. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On first down, Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll make this a second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 8.
Now Lawrence. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. Fourth down. Here's Lawrence. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this fourth quarter. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 111 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They put up their goal at the beginning of the season, and that was to win 7 games, and now they've accomplished that mission.
And congratulations to them for achieving their goal. They have to finish the season strong, but you got to think that going forward for next year, they're going to jump that number up a little bit higher.